If this is gonna work. If my internet will let me. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Can you hear me? I'm having issues getting mine to load on my computer here. Okay, I got my headset in and I can't tell if I can be heard or not. Set in and I can't tell if I can be heard or not. Mute the computer. There it goes again, buffering. If I buffer, let me know. Let's see. Get back onto live chat. Hey, Gold Glitter Girl, how are you? So I decided I'd do something a little different that I've not ever done on a live before, and that is to work in my journal. I haven't talked to everybody for a long time, so I decided that it would be a good thing to do. So I have 2 givens that I know I'm going to use, and that is this cute little image. Hey, Jamie. I'm going to make you a mod, Jamie. Maybe. I can figure out how to operate this thing. Somehow. Add as a moderator. Okay. Now you're a moderator because I didn't have one in here. So, okay, but this cute little image, it is, thank you, Carrie, of a reflection. And my quote for the day is, life is only a reflection of what we allow ourselves to see. And if you look at this little printout, it is a caterpillar, but when she looks into the mirror, she sees a butterfly. So that I thought was cool. But I'm going to show you a couple other days. I can't remember where I think this was my last video ended here, with all my words that basically tell you you're amazing and enough. And then I went to this one. Every day is a new beginning. Take a deep breath, smile, and start again. And then all my personal journaling is inside. Is it blurry? No, there it's not. Okay. And then this one was my birthday, and Jamie and I was on Google Hangouts, and we had a ball. So I thank her for that. It made my birthday even better. Yeah, I turned 50, but 50 is a number. So, hey, Dana. And then on this day, it was life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. And that is a quote by Dennis P. Kimbrough. And this one was trying to get into frame. This one says, time has a wonderful way of showing us what really matters, and that is so true. Yeah, that was so fun that night. I don't think I've laughed that hard in a long time. So there's the 20th. And then this one, something hit me that day at work, and it said, stop being afraid of what could go wrong and think about what could go right. And how many times do we let our thinking get in the way of what we should be doing because we're afraid? And fear is your worst enemy. Fear can take over your mind, your body, and your soul. So I hope these make sense. Dana, I'm going to make you a mod too, if that's okay. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong side of this thing. That way I have a couple moderators. So You know how trolls are. And then this one, loving yourself starts with liking yourself, which starts with respecting yourself, which starts with thinking of yourself in a positive way. So, and then my personal journaling inside of that. And this rose I was fussy cutting out until I had a blister on my finger again. Okay. And here's yesterday's page. It says, laugh as much as you breathe and love as much as you live. And then in here, which it's hard to see because it's in, what is that called? These pens, they're metallic markers. It says, live a life pleasing to God, a life following His guidelines, and His teachings. So, and that was my private slide because a lot of people are not religious. And I don't want to push my religion and my beliefs on somebody else, but I want to have it in my journal. So, hi, Pam. How are you? And so today's is going on to the back side of this page. And I am just going to put some white paper back here because I think that'll make that stand out a little more. And I moved some things around so I could get my sewing machine over here beside of me. So I hope I'm not too noisy. Excuse me. So is anybody else crafting? Or is it just me tonight? Let's see. I had a pretty good day at work. And then I came home and I watched Tater's mom's video and made dinner. Oh, no, Jen, that's not good. I'm sorry. Oh, gotta tell me how that works out, Jamie. I want one of those, but it's a ways down the road. Yeah, I have to get the treadmill out of the kitchen and a new refrigerator put in. Then I could think about an Instapot. But she told me today that she still wants the treadmill, but it's just the weather is the holdup. So, you know, I can't blame her there. Can't move in the rain. Too cold. Dana would think you're having a heat wave there, Pam. It's supposed to be back down into the teens here tonight. Run on the treadmill while you're cooking. Yeah, that wouldn't go too well. There'd be paramedics in the yard. And Dan would be calling Bob the builder saying, can we fix it? Can we fix it? I'm not a runner, never have been, never will be.
Yeah, you've been more of a whiner, complaining.
My chicken was okay, but I will have to learn to make more. Negative 30s and 40s. That doesn't sound any fun. And I love cold weather, but that really doesn't sound any fun. But if I had money, I'd still come visit you, Dana. I wouldn't have to worry about a refrigerator there. We could just freeze everything. Try to find the positive in everything. I'm using double-sided tape just because this is going on vellum. And it's shows a lot of the glue through, and I don't like that, but, you know. Yeah, they would have closed school here if it got to 0 and stayed there. Oops, that went a little crooked, but, you know. it is what it is, because it's supposed to be cold all weekend, all next week. 'Cause Wednesday is supposed to be our coldest day yet, and it's supposed to be in the what's it called? -4. Not near as bad as Dana, but bad enough that the parents will be complaining because their kids are cold outside. So, and I would be too if I had one in school. Okay, so we got our white page down. And since this book is mine, the imperfections are fine with me. So now we're going to cover up and make a background to make this pop. A Lake Effects Winds. I have this piece of rose paper. And I'm going to cut it or rip it. I don't like cut paper as much as I do ripped. So we're going to make a background. And I hope this doesn't get too blurry. I'll try to go slow. You know, when you don't have the best internet, you do with what you can do. Let me pink Distress Oxide. I have a blending tool somewhere. You're in. Well, that'll be good, Dana. Florida's too hot for me, Jen. Couldn't do it. Was there in April one year, just in Orlando, and I was like, no. But then my daughter thinks I could live on an iceberg. Yeah, isn't it funny? After it's really cold, you're like, 20 degrees feels like a heat wave. It's crazy. Now would be the only time I could go, because even the first week of April, it was in the 80s, high 80s, low 90s. And for me, you get above 70 and I'm like, I'm done. I just don't do heat well. Yeah, I figure once it hits March. I have a friend who lived down there for like 20 years. And she came back and it was in the 50s here, and she thought she was going to die because she was freezing. Oh, I love hot tea. When my daughter was home and she was little, we would keep a pot of hot tea hot water on the wood stove all the time, so we could make hot tea whenever we wanted. Then we got a Keurig, so. So I have that rose paper, and then I have some book page. And I'm just going to rip it. I'm sorry, I keep getting off camera. It gets warm in August and then it's cold in September, right, Dana? It's been raining here so much that I'm like, did I move? Because, I mean, it's raining all the time. I'm like, it's crazy. I should have done the other side of that. Yeah, putting it on your wood stove keeps it hot all the time. And you don't have to wait for it. You're 82 miles from the border of Florida, Pam? I know Donna, powered by creativity, is getting ready to go to Disney, which sounds fun. That's where we were at when we went in April that year. It was to Disney. So I hope I'm not driving anybody crazy with my pictures of my journal on my Instagram. It I've enjoyed it so much, and the positiveness of it, because that's my goal, is to have a quote every day, something positive, because the world is filled with negativity. I was joking, said I should change my name to Positively Perfectly Imperfect. Because everything I make is imperfect. Whoops, what did I do there? Uh, in the summer? No, girl, it gets hot. I put a jacket on for the first time last week. I usually just wear whatever I have on to go out, and I just decided I'd put my jacket on. And it's just a sweatshirt, nothing crazy like a heavy coat or anything. When we took Ashley back to college, I threw it in the back of the car just in case, because it had been snowing. And once it gets to summer here, I'm in the house and I don't go out unless I absolutely have to.
Let's to a craft store.
Yeah, unless it's to a craft store, my husband said. All he has to do is, let's go to the craft store. I'm like, sure. They got air conditioning. Right? We know our priorities. Although I've done good, it's the 24th of December, and I haven't bought any craft supplies this month. So yeah, Pam's on the Georgia side. She's one of them there peaches. Okay, I need another pattern. Let's see. Something. I think that'll be good. Did you grow up in Philly? I've never been up there, but well, I take that back. We went through Philly on the bus trip with the Girl Scouts. We was coming back from Baltimore because we had to go into Philadelphia, and then we went to Gettysburg, and we got to kind of wave at the city as we drove by. And the bus driver had no idea where he was going. He got us lost. And if I buffer, I'm sorry. Yeah, so he got us lost. And then He finally got us to Gettysburg, and we were supposed to have 2 hours there, and we had like 45 minutes. So we didn't get to go through the battlegrounds or all that. He tried to drive through them, but he didn't know what he was doing. He was so confused. I think he was a new bus driver. Then we went to Florida. We took a bus down with the load of Girl Scouts. We was there for 4 days, but it seemed like it took us 4 days to get through Georgia because there was a huge accident on the interstate, and the adults that were with us that smoked were getting off of the bus and walking faster than the bus was moving as they smoked their cigarettes. Yeah, we went to Hershey Park one year with, I was a Girl Scout leader. My daughter was a girl in my troop, and a lot of the things we did was because of the cookie sales. So we went to Hershey, and it was so cold that they had half of the rides were shut down because it was raining, and it never got out of what's the word? Never got out of the 60s all day. It was a fun trip though. I want to go to the Pennsylvania Dutch country. I think that would be so cool. I'd like to go into New York City one time, just once. And I'm sure I'd see the massive amount of tall buildings and be overwhelmed and think I can't go above the third floor in anything. Because I am definitely scared of heights. I tell myself it's mind over matter, but I don't know. Sometimes that doesn't work. Yeah, I figure it is really dirty. It a friend of mine's daughter lives there, and she goes up every Thanksgiving and sends me back pictures. And the pictures are really cool, like Rockefeller Square and all that, but it just, I want to go for a Broadway show. I love to go to the theater. It is so cool. We went to Washington, D.C., we went to the National Theater and saw Beauty and the Beast. It was good, but I was a little disappointed at the same time because we saw it here in a local hometown, West Virginia production, and it was amazing. And we got there, and the sets were not near as good as what ours was here. But they said it was because it was like a traveling show. So, I don't know. Yeah, my daughter and I both love theater. Did you enjoy the Broadway shows, Jen? I don't know. It's always been a dream of mine. I wanted to take my daughter there for her 16th birthday, but that didn't work out. Because you can get those here. You can get these bus line tickets. And you can go like they're like 24-hour trips to New York, and you get to go see just different sites. You're there during the day and then you drive back at night. So I thought that would be kind of cool. Wicked. So, what about anybody else? Where's your favorite places to travel to? The thing I miss is the food. Yeah. Sounds good. Traveling is just so expensive. I suppose we'll travel a little farther away once our daughter gets her degree and moves to wherever she's going to settle at.
We'll probably actually get the Belper.
She has a couple ideas where she wants to go, but we'll wait and see where she finds a job. So my favorite thing to do with these journals is to do collage backgrounds. I don't know. It just, to me, it brings all the colors together and I enjoy it. So, and I keep moving too fast and my screen's getting grainy. So I am so sorry. But everybody was doing their New Year's resolutions. I want to lose weight. I want to do this. I want to do that. And for me, I thought I need to do something. Jan's doing okay. She just needed a break. So she's just taking some time to herself, but she's doing okay. We all miss her. But, yeah, I figured that's what it was supposed to say. Yeah, she'll be back when she's ready. You can text her. I don't know if she'll answer or not. Like I said, she's just taking a break. But I text her sometimes and she answers, and sometimes she doesn't. That's just Jan. So I like to give people space. So, I'm always there if they need me, but I don't want to intrude into anybody's life, I've always said I'm a background friend, if that makes any sense. I've not ever been one that tries to call somebody every single day. If if you're looking for a friend in me, I understand, Jen. To be the person that reaches out all the time, I'll just be frankly honest. I'm not that person because it's just not my personality. I get distracted in the things I do, and I'm like, I'll realize, well, I haven't talked to so and so for 3 months. It's just me. It's not that I'm not there for you. I'm there. It's just who I am. My best friend from high school says if she needs me, she knows where I'm at because I don't really realize that the telephone rings 2 ways. I don't know. Call me crazy, I guess. Let's see. I'm a texter. I like to text people because then when I'm done with the conversation. And I think sadly my daughter got that from me. I was As a teenager, I was that way too. I wrote a lot of notes, but I could be a recluse very easily. I will say that YouTube's helped bring that out in me a little bit. I'll be the old woman that's all alone someday.
Like a crazy beagle.
Because I'll get old and forget everybody's phone numbers. Anyway, sorry about the sniffling. I didn't. I kind of took December off. I did a few of my December dailies, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy my family. Because sometimes you just have to. You're an introvert? Sorry. This thing's hurting my ear. Yeah, I'm content with a video, not really television. If I lived by myself, I wouldn't pay a cable bill for no amount of money. As long as I have my internet, books, and my craft space, it'd be good. I just sat there and did that backwards. So, all right, there's my background. What do you think? Let me hold it up a little bit. The colors aren't, on my computer at least, isn't doing it justice. Thank you, Jen. Okay. So now it's a matter of, I need to ink that up. Thank you, Dana. Hi, Donna. How are you? I was just talking about you going to Disney. She's going to go and see the love of her life. Right, Donna? Let's see. So I think there. And I think I need to back this up. Thank you, Donna. Let me tear it. Oh, are you crazy, Jen? Disney at spring break. I can't even imagine. We did it at the late spring break here. We went in 2007, and it was spring break from most of West Virginia. So I think half of West Virginia and a lot of foreign people were there. Let's see. Only because of the kids, yeah. The things kids get us into, right? I think I'll be on vacation spring break week just because my daughter will be coming home and I can spend a little time with her. Yeah, Dan said when she's home. She doesn't like to stay home a lot, but I don't blame her. When I was 20, I didn't want to stay home either. Let's see. I don't like that background.
You gotta catch up with her friends.
Oh, so you'll be in Disney on your birthday. Here we go. Nope, too pink. Sorry, my scrap bin is right behind me here, so that's kind of what I'm doing. Have you been to Disney before, Jen? Yeah, that's true. It is close for you then. I'd like to go because don't they have a Toy Story section in the park now? You have passes. That's cool. Sorry, got glue on my fingers. I can't stand it. One of my favorite places to go to is the zoo because I love looking at the animals. Yeah, Toy Story Land. Yeah, that would be so awesome. That is my favorite Disney movie. And I think it's because of how I have so many memories of watching it with Ashley rather. And then she had a Buzz Lightyear and a Woody and a Jessie and a Bullseye. And she loved that movie. She could repeat it probably word for word when she was about 4 years old. Thought of that's hilarious. Aw, Dana, I hope you get to feeling better soon. Enjoy your tea. Nothing's worse than being sick. Let's give that a little more color. There we go. Did John look at you like you were crazy? Yeah, the sneezes are horrible. I hate that part of a cold. Okay, well, I don't know if you can see that or not. I did stitch around it, but I have pink in my sewing machine right now because I'm working on a baby journal. He knows. Yeah, kind of like Dan knows. I'm like, but we have been spending more time together. So that part of my goal for 2019 is helping. Sure, let me finish this one and then I was going to go through some more. Oh, of this one or of the baby journal? I love this picture I found. And I printed it. I tried something new tonight. Okay, Jamie. I printed on notebook paper in my printer. I've never done that before, but I thought it's the same size, so why not? And it worked. Cuz Okay. Let me get my date on. Let's see. I lost my stamps. So this is that set of stamps that Jan told us about on Amazon that time, and I ordered them. I love them. But I'm really bad about keeping them in order. Let's see. It is January. You're in awe. Okay. A. Where did the A go? Hi, Sharice. How are you? Now I can't find the N. This is why they should be in alphabetical order. I tell myself that every day and then I don't do it. So, oh, for the love. They all start blending together. There we go. N. Dang. Trying to stay warm. Now, where are you at, Sharice? We were talking about this earlier. I'm in West Virginia. It's Karis. Sorry, not Sharice. It's Karis. I'm sorry. All right. My bad. It just took me a little while. I'm a little slow sometimes. And today is the 24th, so I need the 2. And the 4. All right, so that is that. I think it turned out cute. My niece had a good friend growing up, and her name was Sharice. And I don't know why every time I see your name, I want to call it Sharice. And I know I'm not saying it right. Okay. So there is that finished page. So we have January 24th, and this is a reflection. And my quote of the day, I'm going too fast again. Sorry, guys. Life is only a reflection of what we allow ourselves to see. So, makes you think, right? When she looks into the mirror, she's a caterpillar, but she sees herself as a butterfly. So, you can see yourself as happy or you can see yourself as sad. And I'm going to choose happy. So, I can do a flip through from the beginning. So far, I just put 2019 on the inside front page. And then once I complete it, I'll put the beginning date and the ending date. And this is the quote that kind of started the whole thing for me. Recognize that every day was once a tomorrow, and every today will be a yesterday, and then live for today. Thank you, Jamie. And then this one is sometimes you have to step back, reset, so that you can be the best you. And then this one, I'm not going to read it. I don't want to go back into emotions, but that was about my dad. And then this one says, every bird must find their wings, find the courage, and learn to fly. Because if we never leave the nest, you'll never find yourself. And a lot of people I've seen doing junk journals, they just do them like random pages here and there. And it's like, I need it to be numerical, I guess. And then this one is why I'm working on this book as a place for me. And then this one, I drew this. It's daffodil, and it's on parchment paper. And when I put it down, the Mod Podge wrinkled everything. So it says, I don't know, it just came to me after I put it on there. Sometimes the wrinkles in life are more visible than others. Because when I first put it on there, they were completely visible and it drove me crazy. And then they started to dissipate. Thank you, Karis. I have earned each and every wrinkle. I have a lot of them. And then We all know my love of napkins, so this is decoupage napkin, and then washi tape. Oh, that's what I forgot on my page is my washi tape. It's never regret a day in your life because good days give you happiness and bad days give you experience. And then this is just a tuck spot here for my journaling. This one was just, I didn't have a lot on my mind that day, so I just put think happy thoughts. And this was a cutout from a paper pad. And this one is his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Again, it's just short. I have started recently. I'll do one here in a minute for you, Jamie, on a piece of paper, to show you how I've started doing them. And then this one has my journaling behind there, and it says, "Don't put off your happy life. Make life beautiful one day at a time." And then this also is from the same day. I couldn't stop. This one says, "Stop and smell the roses." And then this one I made this, they're called hidden paper clips. So when you look at them from the front, oh, thanks, Donna. You can't see the paper clip from the front, but so I just put this butterfly on there, and then I hid my journaling behind the chicken wire die cut. And it says thinking, and it's one of the happiest moments of life is giving up and letting go of the things you cannot change. And then I designed this in PicMonkey, and it says, "Take your wings and learn to fly." I got the images from the graphics fairy, and I put them together and made that. And then I just threw it in my scrap bin because I never used it. So the majority of this book is from my scrap bin. And then this I made a time ago, and I never used it, so I put, I'm buffering. "The hardest lessons are the best lessons. They make you grow." And then there's my personal journaling behind there, and it says, "Stop trying to calm the storm. Calm yourself, and the storm will pass." So, and then I have this butterfly because the other thing that I love is butterflies, and it is on a bulb pin that I got. PicMonkey is a photo editing software that you can get. You don't have to know how to do what's the other one called? Photoshop. It's online, and you can upload your photos to them, and you can change backgrounds, and you can add stuff to them, take stuff away. I pay once a year for it, or you can use the free version, but I pay for the one I have because you can do a little bit more with it. And it's easy. I would love to have Photoshop, but I can't afford Photoshop. Project Life to collage pictures. It's called picmonkey.com. I don't know if it has an app, but I use it on my desktop or on my laptop. It's a site that you log into, and you set up your password and everything. And then you can, once you're done, you download your pictures back to your computer. I can do bits of Photoshop. I also have GIMP on my computer, but for the life of me, I cannot figure that one out. And my daughter, who is a graphic design major, she can't figure it out. And then this one I drew the mushroom project. Oh, okay. I've never done any Project Life. I have some Project Life cards, but I've never done anything. I didn't know they even had an app. And this one I drew, I drew it, but it's the white stuff called gesso. Put gesso over the page, and then use some inks. Yeah, Ashley gets a discount for the Adobe software for hers. The butterflies on here are washi tape. And then this is probably one of my least favorites, but my favorite at the same time. It's buffering. Are you guys buffering? I'm buffering on my screen. Let's see if I can refresh my screen. I don't know what's going on with there. Okay, it stopped buffering for you. Sorry. But anyway, this is all watercolor in the background. And then I just tore it and put it. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, Ashley gets it for $21 a month. That's a real good deal. And then this one is, this is actually tissue paper that I got, I want to say Michael's or Joann's a couple years ago. And this one's all about being beautiful. Not being beautiful, being enough. And then this one's about every day being a new beginning. I know I went through these earlier, but Donna was wanting to see them. And this one's about my birthday. And then this one's about life is about 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. Sometimes I react good, sometimes I don't. Time has a wonderful way of showing what matters, and there's a little pocket here that I can slip stuff into, and then there's one here too with my journaling in it because this is paper bag. Thank you, Jen. And then this one is stop being afraid of what you could go wrong and think of what could go right. And then this one is loving yourself. And they're all on Instagram. This one is a napkin that I tore and I put down, and then there's washi tape. And this is a sticker that I added. And then there's some living a life pleasing to God on the back of that. And then here's tonight's. And I'll probably go back through and add some washi. Okay. Thanks for coming in, Karis. But I'm in love with this image. I just went to Google and found it. Not focusing. Okay, so I will show Jamie how I do naps. Let me get a piece of paper. Actually, we'll do a tag. How about that? Find one that's blank. Okay, so I have a blank tag, and I have a piece of that napkin that was on that page there. And scissors. And all I do is cut the piece that I want and leave the backing piece on it until you're ready to put it down, because it makes it easier to cut. Oh, I got 2 tags there. Thought it felt a little thick. To make sure I got enough of the napkin to cover it, and then I'll just turn it over and rough cut it. And cut the tag, obviously. Hello. There's 2 signatures in the book, Donna. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's 19 pages in each signature. And then I just sewed them in with the pamphlet stitch. Do you know how to do the pamphlet stitch? And they are literally every paper in here except for this one and this one are out of my scrap bin. They're pieces I cut a little corner off of to use this or in that. There's a card, dictionary pages, book pages, and an envelope. And like these small pieces where I just have on the front, I can add to it. I can even take this tag and attach it down in there if I wanted to. So the next one I'm going to make online and make a video of how I did it. I'm going too fast again. Y'all yell at me. And it's going to be made out of, because I can take gesso to it. And when I cover it up, I'm going to use junk mail, the hundreds of pounds of junk mail that we get every month in our mailbox. I'm going to use those, fold them, and make me a book because, well, as you saw here, I covered this up completely. You cannot tell that it was from this side what it was on this side. So, you know, why not use, this was a credit card offer. I probably get 15 a week. And then, you know, just odds and end pieces of paper that I've cut a little strip off here and there. So, and then the outside of it is fabric and chipboard. So, okay, back to the napkin. This is the easiest way I found, Jamie, to get it to stick down to the paper without wrinkling. So you're going to turn it over to take this white layer off the back. I just use piece of tape and it just pulls it loose. Because over here you've got this little sectional side the ends. Thank you, Donna. That has like I don't know, the texture from the oh, good night, napkin itself. So then I use this Elmer's gel glue. And I literally cover the tag with the gel glue. Like we did when we was doing the pieces for that paper piecing thing that Jan had us doing. That's the glue I use. If you can find the Aleene's tacky glue sticks, I know Joann's carries them. This thinner piece of paper is wanting to roll on me though. So I find the center point where I want it to be down in the bottom. Need my bone folder. And I start from the bottom up. And I just start smoothing it out. Making sure that I got all pieces completely covered with napkin. And then, because that makes it so easy and it's so smooth when you're done. And then if you want to protect it, yeah, this would be cool with the Disney napkins. And I'm telling you guys, if you don't have one of these mats, get yourself one. They're amazing for glue. It wipes right off. Be careful with a knife or a pair of scissors because you can cut it. But Then I take my scissors and I go around the outside. I just trim it off. Then when I'm done, I am not a Mod Podge fan per se, but I like let me get it. And I get it at Hobby Lobby. It's the only place I can find it. It's called Collage Podge Instant Decoupage, and it's made by Aleene's. And it is a matte finish. It really has no what is the word I'm looking for? Shine. Because I don't like that decoupage or Mod Podge. Even the matte is shiny and it's sticky, and that drives me crazy. And yeah, so I had to find something. And this is cheaper than Mod Podge, and it goes a long way. $6.99 for an 8-ounce. And I bought 2 the last time I bought it, and that's probably been a year and a half ago. So you can leave it just like that, and you'll feel that once you see like this is coming up, then I go in with my, I've used gel medium too. I just don't have a lot of it right now, so I do this on purpose. Because do you see what I did there? Because I wanted some of the tag to stick out. But if you're very careful with it, you won't get that. Because I don't know if you noticed anything. I don't like perfectly straight lines. They drive me crazy. So, I mean, if certain things I do make straight lines, but then you can distress the edges. You can take, I don't know where it's at. I have a sanding block. And you can also do it by just putting this down first, but it is harder to get it to go on straight. You get wrinkles behind it because it is wet, where the gel glue is not wet per se. It's tacky. Well, welcome back. So you can go back in and just, back off screen. And then you can ink up your edges and do that. And then I also do the whole ironing thing, which, if you just buy yourself a cheap iron or use a piece of parchment paper. Hi, Gloria. You can iron it and get a totally different texture. Yeah, this is a beautiful napkin. It was sent to me in friend mail when I did that patchwork box, embellishment box swap. So, all right, offhand, I'm not remembering who, but I'm sure I have it written down somewhere. Whoops, hitting the cord. And you can, I like the texture of napkins, so I like better than having the Mod Podge and the shininess. The matte gel medium doesn't leave a lot of that, but it still changes the texture of the napkin a little bit. So this will work out good. You'll see the tags I've been making. Some other things I've been making. There's this one. I don't know of anyone doing a Valentine's swap. I didn't do one this year. I'm just not a big Valentine's person. So that is one. Hi, Kathleen. And I did do some sewing on it. I'm loving the sewing machine. That would be fun, Jamie. And then this one, of course, with my butterflies. And I'm in the numbers for some reason. And then it's got this little lock on it with the bow. And I love making these bows. Then this one. And these were all made from scraps again. Or stuff that I've printed out for one use or another and then never did anything with. And I sewed around it. I don't know if I'm going to do any swaps anytime soon, but thank you, Kathleen. And this one's one of my favorites. It's the torn paper in the background, and then I found this little train ticket. And this one is all scraps. I would love to find another sheet of this paper. But I don't remember what pad it came in or what it was made with. Now, the flower wasn't scraps, but it was in my stash. I didn't go out and buy a new. And it's put on with a brad. And then this one's all scraps. I'm determined to use up the majority of my scraps this year. I mean, I know you're never going to get rid of them completely unless you just throw everything away that you don't use all of. And then this one, I printed that out and thought I would use it and then never did. So it was in the scrap bin. So there should be, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm missing one. Oh, the other one. Thank you. This one's just simple and words that I found. And there's some of my napkin paper I've done. This one is cardstock with napkin ironed to it with plastic wrap. So these are going to a friend of mine. She made me 9 and I made her 9 in a personal swap. So, but I've got so many books I need to do that I just got to get caught up on them. So that's why I'm kind of not committing myself to anything major. Sunshine. This is the baby book I'm working on. No, they're not. The one she's given me, I'll probably use in my book. What it is, nobody wanted to give this girl a chance of showing what she could do. So her and I befriended each other. Everybody deserves a chance, right? Isn't this paper cute? If I can get it to focus. It's too cute. That one didn't print right. So. But there is the background. Her book cover. And it's more of a writing journal than what the junk journals that I usually do. So it's going to have a lot of writing space in it. And then the inside of the cover so far. And this is a little library pocket. Ah, thanks, Jamie. I'll talk to you later. Bye. That I did, and then I made a little, or printed this off and put the little baby's name's going to be Wren, Elizabeth Wren or Wren Elizabeth. I can't remember which. And this is her mommy's name, and she is a journalism major. And then look at this. Isn't it so sweet? And then she can put anything in there. And then this little card matches it. I'm in love with the baby book. So I still have to do my signatures. But this is the papers. Y'all tell me what you think. This is the papers I've printed out so far. We've got this plaid. Is it fuzzy or is it me? So there's that plaid. I talked to her the other night. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me see if maybe I touched the... Don't look at the screen. Sometimes my camera does that. I'm sorry. I talked to her the other night. She's doing okay. She needed a break. So there's the check. Then we've got a gray and a pink polka dot. Let's see if this will help. Ah, I'm sorry. Hold on a minute. Let's see if something... Is that fuzzy? So now that doesn't look fuzzy, but the papers look fuzzy. Okay. I think maybe the colors. They're so muted. So there's pink and gray polka dots. And then we've got these little elephants. It has trouble seeing the lighter colors. I think that's the issue. Because it's not... Yeah, it's my phone. So then we have a pink check. Like a gingham check. And then we have this diamond. Yeah, I love the elephants. It's got like a light blue and a pink and a lighter pink. And then I did some plain yellows for paper. And then I did this gray marbled. And then I did, this looks like a blanket. That is pink and white. Yeah, it's my camera. I need a good camera someday. Oh goodness. Sun and Moon Arts, your name just went out of my head. But hello, I cannot think. Oh goodness. I hate that when I can't remember a name. Then there's little daisies. Rosa, yes. Rosa, sorry. And then I've got flowers because I was talking to her mom and she says that for Kylie that roses and pinks and florals and lace would be wonderful. And then this beautiful rose paper. And I got all these off of Google in what are those free images? Duty free images. And then this one is yellow and white roses. And then there's a darker rose. I'm losing my headset. Hold on a minute. Isn't that gorgeous? And I think you can write over each and every one of them with no problem with a black pen. And then I got these little baby feet. Yes, I printed all of these off of, I bought a kit back before Christmas for baby images. And I printed them with my printer. And this was part of the kit. More of the diamonds. And then the baby rattles. And then this is purple florals because I was trying to put a little bit of almost all colors in there. And then this one is kind of fuzzy because it's very muted. And it's pink floral roses. And I printed each one of them double-sided so that there's lots of florals and stuff in it. And then I printed out some ephemera to cut out, and I've got some stamps that I'm going to use. I love the little baby bottle and the little elephant with the balloon. Oh, this journal I took 8.5 by 11 paper, and I just folded it in half. So when I print it, it's 8.5 by 11. And it depends on what size cover you want. Like this cover is, hold on a minute, I gotta get a ruler. And this cover is 6 inches wide. And it is 9 inches long. And I just dropped something. And then the spine here is 1.5 inches. So, I mean, you can make them in any size you want. This one, the one I'm working in for myself, it's 6 by 8.5, and it's got a 1.25 inch spine. So I make them all different sizes. But this one, I wanted her to have lots of space to journal because I'm going to put down here, it's going to have Ren's name on the bottom. Thank you, Gloria. And then on the back, I put a little rose. And I did use my collage page on it. I will tell you, if you use that and you are using paper that you printed yourself, make sure you don't pour it directly onto the paper. Apply it with a paintbrush because I don't know if you can see because of how bad my lighting and stuff is. But you can see 2 different tones in the book, and that is because I put it on there and then spread it out. I will never do that again, but I think it gives it a distressed quality to it, per se. So, and the gray. I love the gray and the pink together, and then the roses. So, and then I printed these ones. Isn't this cute? The little umbrella with the little animals in it. And then there's this thing and the fuzziness. There's a hippopotamus. And I love the little worm. I don't know if I'll be able to fussy cut that one out or not, but I'm going to try. And then I've got this little girl. I think I'm going to put her on the front by the rent. I don't know, in the inside pocket or something. I got to do something sweet with her. And then a welcome baby. And then the zoo animals because her mommy loves animals. And she has elephants all over her room. So aren't they adorable? But I'm not anywhere near done. I got to hurry and get it done as fast as I can because she is now dilated to 2. And this is my gift for her. So that's my projects. Yeah, I don't know how long I've been on here. But this thing and it's not focusing. There we go. Something to focus on, I hope. I thank everybody for coming by and chatting with me. Maybe I'll try to do this again next Thursday, and hopefully the internet will be behaving better. But I appreciate everybody who came by and all of your kind words. And I'm going to get off here and sit down with something to drink. So, and I will see you the next time around. Thanks for coming. Bye. Maybe.